All right, thanks so much for joining me for Supermarket Simulator. I know that you got to see the when I first started, and then I played it for a considerable amount, probably about another 30 more hours. But and I recorded every second of it. Really, really boring to watch. I got bored editing it, so I know if I got bored editing it, you probably would have got bored watching it because all it was me standing in one spot. Sometimes moving back and forth. But anyway, we leveled up the store. We got max reputation. Didn't take as long as, don't look out the window. It didn't take me as long as I thought it was going to, but it did take some considerable time. And now I am at this point where we need to fill the store up. And there was a new update this morning that gave us a new perk with the storeroom, which was great because that was a thing of mine. But I figured while I fill the shelves and the guys in the back work, let's talk about the pros and cons that I love of the game and then go from there. Yeah, anyway, let's turn the light on real quick. And now you can look out the window. Never mind all of this. It doesn't matter. The longest part that took me when I was doing this, and I will share an image of my sketch, was to figure out where or how to organize the store, because as you were buying your upgrades, you only bought like a small chunk at a time. And so it was kind of, I found it difficult to plan ahead, and it was actually stressing me out quite a bit. But I sketched it out and then planned and stuck to my little plan. Uh, there, this, water. Get rid of this. So the goal is, one of the new things that happened was, if you hadn't seen it yet, there's a storeroom. I did just buy this because I was curious. There's now a door to go into the store, but it doesn't work for me because clearly I got a shelf in the way. But if I give up that shelf, I will have to figure out where to put that, and I don't want to. I mean, I could move everything down, then I'm going to cover the light, and it doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me. I'm going to ignore the door and move on. And we'll walk through all the different stuff that we get. Books. So, I am strangely addicted to the game. And not strangely, because it's the same with the Trader Life Simulator. I got really addicted to it. Even though it's a simplistic game. You order stuff, you load the shelves. The AI comes in, buys the stuff, you reload the shelves. But there's something very zen about it. But it was also something that as I was playing, I myself needed background noise to entertain me as I was doing this. The other hardest thing besides the planning was, as far as gameplay goes, was earning enough money to buy everything. Especially in that beginning part before you get the liquor. It was really expensive to buy, and you didn't make a lot of money at first. So I have to admit, even when I bought the storeroom, you can store everything on down, and I tend to store everything outside and not the storeroom. But with the update, maybe I'll get to liking the storeroom. I don't know. Alcohol is in big demand, so you're constantly stocking the shelves. The other thing I noticed, we don't have a lot of fresh produce. We have potatoes. Whiskey. The way they... Product select. Tell myself, don't store stuff right there. And I do, and pick it up. Right now the store isn't open. I am stocking the shelves. Oh man, killed a lot of these. So So my method to the madness is you go roughly about 3 days before you empty a shelf. So I alternate between what part of the store do I fill. Now that's not a set in stone plan, but it has served me well, kind of sticking with that. Potato. I want to know how many boxes I've touched since I started playing. A lot. I also wish that when you're done with the boxes, you just kind of poof, walking them, the realism of walking them to the garbage. I don't need realism. I don't care. But I get it. It's the immersion. Don't want to open this quite yet. Have to. There's some areas I want the shelves to be a little fuller. Like these potatoes, it's 4 potatoes. I only fit 2 to a shelf. The potatoes. Oh, so the products. Potatoes. But the chicken that's in the cold case here. What's the other thing? I just had it. Oh, the toilet paper and the paper towels. Only 4 come to a box. Only 2 fit per shelf. And they are a high demand item. Everybody wants them. I always close the boxes now to ensure if there's not a picture on top of the box of the product, it means the box. I don't know how many products I have accidentally thrown away. Yes, I do. Oh. I guess I should probably give 4 as well. See, craziness too. That is well stuff. So customers do not care. The NPCs do not care if the boxes are in their way. The only person that cares is who will triple. The sushi's been sitting out like a week. Nobody cares. Everything's the blue can't open the store until pretty sure shelf. Lemon cake. I do really like the game, but not hugely entertaining. But there is something very satisfying about filling the shelves, making profit. The biggest thing I wish that they would implement is that you had a summary at the end of the night of what you sold. I would spend a lot less time trying to figure out what I need to buy. And this is hummus. Say pink. Both some of the case. True realism, if you really want me to do the boxes the way that it really is, you make me drag a thing behind me where I have to use a box cutter to rip open the box. That's the true immersion. Garbage. I think that the update, I used to be able to stick the boxes kind of anywhere, and now no way. Damn, and we're just leaving out on the ground. The quantities that you get in the boxes really confuse me. Sometimes it's enough to fill a shelf, 2 shelves. Sometimes it's only 1 shelf. Sometimes it's not that. So kind of to give you an idea, breakfast cereals, breads. Breads are up in the front here. Chocolate, candy, case of milk. That's only because that was this is the first case I ever bought, and I had milk in it, and I just never got around to emptying it. Kitty food, dog food, condiments, seasonings, rice and pasta here. And then this is what I call in my head the drink aisle. We got our coffees, our teas, our alcohol, sodas. This is milk. It's labeled as a 6-pack of milk. In my head, I think I pretend to believe that it's like, by milk they mean like protein drinks. That's what I'm going with anyway. Anything else is just weird. Unless there's a milk that can be on that's shelf stable, but I don't know. Box of paper, I think. Much as I thought. This is, I believe, a shrimp scampi type of thing, I think. cleaning supplies in that aisle. Toilet paper, as you saw. As long as you don't hit the open sign, you will indefinitely stay at 8 a.m. But the second you hit at the open sign, the clock will start ticking. I know I ordered a bunch of fresh cake. Oh, here we go. Cold case stuff here, ice creams, chicken. I thought these were hot dogs, but it's actually crab sticks. French fries, pizzas. There's 3 types of pizzas. Potatoes, veggie mix, and green beans. Cold cases. It's more of an overstock thing than anything. And then single serve beer. Cleaning products here. I actually thought I didn't realize that this was also a dishwasher thing. I thought it was I don't know. I don't know what I thought it was, but so it's over here, but it actually should be over here. What I could do is I could take this and move everything down, but I haven't gotten to that point. The only person who cares is me. There is an error in the products too. Let's see if I can I saw them. Okay. So see this? It says the surprise book. Open it up. It's not the surprise book. It's vintage. And in the order menu, it's also incorrect as well. It shows both the surprise book. Yes. Your alcohol is your money maker, and they do buy. The NPCs are fond of it. They do buy a lot of it. Don't need that there. Yay, more of this. I had sketched on a piece of paper a game plan for how to do the layout, and it's changed numerous times. I had to keep adapting. Fit, but there is also things like the one thing I hadn't accounted for. The biggest thing was how big and how much space the toilet paper takes. The fact that you only can fit 2 to a shelf, and yet the NPCs are very fond of buying it. I couldn't keep it in stock, and so I had to adjust and somehow make a whole aisle for it. That was not my favorite. Fine. Jump to ERN. According to the developer's website, I went and checked because someone had asked if this is available in console, and I didn't know. And I went and looked. Not available on console, but I did check the developer's website about this game, and they had, I guess, talks of like, or kind of like what the perks of the game for the future. So the way that it read on the website was like it's already available. It was kind of weird. But they talked about gang activity on the street. That you have to, the gangs will come in and you have to bribe them. I don't know. It was kind of weird. The best I can tell also, this originally started as a mobile game and it came to PC after. I could be wrong, but and the mobile game is liked, but I guess it's expensive to play. Oh, there. I don't think I need purple. I think I need. I also. Cheese. Give me that cheese so I can open the store. I have to admit, for the sake of filming, I did allow the shelves to get a little bit. I think I went one more day extra letting the shelves go bare, just for the sake of you guys seeing me stock them. And also, the other reason too is there's now the upgrade or update to the storeroom. I emptied that out as well to make room for the upgrades, but we gotta earn money in order for me to buy them. The shelves are as close together as I pretty much can make them. I could probably bring this forward if I wanted to, make one more aisle, but it'd be so crunched. So crunched. And to tuck the books here. So you can't move these light switches here. They're like stuck here. And so I actually had to sacrifice some space to make room for switches. Okay. Clear this out. It is a tripping hazard. Nobody cares. I in my head I call this rosé, but I think it's supposed to be like grapefruit wine. I don't know. How is cheese? Eggs aren't that bad. Cheese is the problem. But you know, I think there's enough cheese here that I can probably open them. So let's open it and get that going. I have 3 cashiers. I don't have a 4th one unlocked because I have to do the ringing. And actually, if you're curious, there is a 4th register right here that I packed up that I'm not using. Because if it's set up, customers will go there, which means then I have to do the ringing out. And I don't want to. I want to stock the shelves. It's a weird balance of having the time to stock the shelves and making the customers happy. So 3 has been kind of my magic number. The only thing with 3 is that it does make for a long night because you can close, but if you want the full benefit of the money, you have to stay open and let the cashiers work, bringing everybody out. Oh, you're... Shelves are... There. I have one item that I forgot to do the price change on, and so it's gonna kick me for saying that it's too expensive, but I'm too lazy to go through every item and find it. I figured it'll... Okay. Find it. Oh, it's... I do sort of miss cashiering, as in the fact of the mini game play to give correct money back. I didn't mind that. I actually really liked it, but I don't know. Shelves gotta be stopped. I think so, isn't it? The vodka. The vodka is full. Oh, making me lag. The books also sell. Being the books. I think it's called wine, and I call it champagne. Oh, this is the other one that's kind of weird to me. It's, let me smash my face against it. It's durian fruit, dishwashing soap, but I thought durian fruit was very pungent in smell, and that kind of makes me laugh as if it's a dishwashing soap. Now, I'm not mocking it in any way. Please don't think so, because I'm a fan of kimchi, so that's a thing. But I wouldn't think to wash dishes with kimchi smelling dish soap. So I'm a little curious. Is that a thing? Does anybody know if that's a real thing? Or is that a tongue-in-cheek joke that I am missing? Like, they made this disgusting smell. Soap that no one would really use. I don't know. Oh. Just when the NPCs start to come in, I start to lag. Like, this is a panic. Find the chicken. You my mystery item that is too expensive. I don't know if it's a RNG thing or if it's programmed or what the story is, but sometimes I can't keep an item in stock, and other times it doesn't sell, and I don't know if it's just like a cycle thing that happens. The real surprise book. This is my baking eye. Oh my. So the other thing is, if you look towards the top, I have a shit ton of lights. Sorry, excuse me. I have a ton of lights, but yet it feels very dark. And I even noticed at one point the developer had done an update to address the light situation, and I still feel like it didn't do anything. It's like, finally, you stocked the eggs with fresh eggs. Sure, the other ones are all. I just think of smeared. I don't know why. And so it's 9 o'clock, and technically you can close. I don't like to close because then I shortchange myself of the work. And so it does make for a longer night as you wait for the NPC to be checked out. Things. Chalk bread. Is the real surprise? It's the real surprise! Yay! This book makes me laugh. Its title is The Dynamic Theory of the Electromagnetic Field, and it's a coloring book. Slow down. Getting down to a few more. Tea real quick while we're waiting. Like, this box has so much tea in it. That's a lot of flour. I just realized I have those shelves filled. Filling the shelves. I might open the doors in a minute here. Another surprise book. But this is it. This is the gameplay, essentially. Like, stock the shelves, sell the stuff, stock the shelves, buy the upgrades. Back to shelves. I like it, but again, it is something that I need background fast. Check it. This is again where I really want that report at the end of the day that I can look at in the computer to figure out what sold before I open the store, to know what to order. And what to stock. Not having that is, and it's just a what? Guessing game. I mean, I survived without it, but it would come in handy. It would save me from littering the streets with boxes. Mandolin cookie mix. If you wonder why some products have double shelves or full shelves and some don't, there's no rhyme or reason. Other than maybe it was the first product that I bought, and so I gave it a full shelf, but really there was no rhyme or reason to that. It was just however conveniently it fit and fill out the aisle of the theme that I wanted. The bottom. By the starting to be down. There's a few books I hadn't bought. Was that at the time when I placed my order, the shelves were full, but as we were playing, they became empty, and I was like, oh no. Yes? Oh, you know what? Okay. I actually put the Gruyere cheese in the wrong spot. Mozzarella. One of my favorite snacks, meals, is mozzarella, fresh beefy tomatoes. Balsamic vinegar is my favorite. I actually probably could eat it every day. Happy camper. I really, really like it. I'm not much of a gardener myself. I don't have the patience for it. Or the attention span, but my mom loves gardening. I used to sneak over and steal her tomatoes and make myself mozzarella. Don't worry, I would share with her. My mother's love language is food and feeding people, and so it actually made her really happy when I stole her tomatoes. And then came back with the plate of mozzarella and balsamic tomatoes. If I was feeling extra, just plain extra, I'd also put a dab of pesto on top of it too. Honey. One of my other favorite snacks is honey and peanut butter. The honey makes the peanut butter kind of crystally. It gets kind of like texturally a little weird. I don't mind it personally, but I know some people do. But there's a specific mix that I have a hard time finding where it's honey already mixed into the peanut butter and it's not crystally. Like honey flavored. They like it, but I only find it like maybe once a year. I'm gonna have to order cheese. Getting to the bottom of my stack and cheese. Prosciutto. Another really good food is prosciutto and honeydew melon. Take honeydew melon and wrap the prosciutto around it. And if you're feeling even extra, drizzle honey. I'm not hungry, by the way. Even though we're talking about food. I actually ate a lot. I had a big dinner. Easy. Can't commit the box. Hand soap, I probably do need. And then since I'm standing at the screen, let's take a look at storage. That. Go ahead and buy that. And then we'll raise money for that. Cheddar cheese. Still think that's Sid from Toy Story. Adult Sid. Armor's on. If you haven't guessed, by the way, that I talked about food, in my family, food is our love language. We celebrate, we mourn, we gather. It's all about the food. And I love food and I love to cook. So it's kind of funny just to see the grocery store and I think of all the foods or things that I would like to cook or whatever. It is cooking is a hobby of mine and I do it frequently. And I'm not too shy about trying foods either. So I have a fun background, I guess. I am Korean and I guess Norwegian. I'm gonna break it down, but white. And I grew up in the south of Texas around a huge Mexican community. Then my father was in the military and we moved up here. And then I was adopted by another group. Long story. It's too long for right now. But anyway, I was adopted by two very nice people. And one of my mother, my adopted mother, her family has grown up in the restaurant field. And they've spent their whole lives in restaurants. And so it's sort of what they live and breathe. And and plus she loves food. I mean, like I said, it's her love language. She loves to cook. And so then she got me, this kid who adores spice, who craves spice. I feel like life doesn't have enough spice in it. And so yeah, I introduced her to kimchi. Being Minnesotans, they weren't too terribly big on eating rice. And then there's me who likes rice every day. I eat it every day. I do eat it every day. They're lagging me out. Not the bad thing about opening this door is you get really lagged. Toilet paper I know is a big deal. I believe they also introduced, with the update, not only did we get a bigger storage room, I believe they also introduced a new type of shelf. I do have to check to see. And I got the lights on. I try to do it right away in the morning when I first get here, but I don't. This. It is really satisfying to empty a box out. I don't know why, but I'm like, we did it. We sold stuffs. It's a green pizza. We are right here. I also wish that they would have the picture on the side of the box and not just on the top. Come in handy. Saying. Was this mole flavored chips? Is that what that means? Setting that there, I'm gonna run, right? Looking for not a very organized person, clearly. I'm a bit of a gremlin when it comes to it, so I'm trying to find the piece. Okay, and I know it's somewhere around here. Medium room. Nope, there's my green people. Green bean. Ooh. Yeah. One flower. That would have annoyed me. I don't remember it, but sure it annoyed me that day when I had one left because it annoys me now. Oh. Person. Alright. Let's buy our last one. And back to market and furniture. And yeah, there's a small rack and they cost a 2. Rice went. Now the big question is, he cares. I do sort of wish I could move that down to free that up, but I just don't know. And I could get rid of one of the gold cases. Oh no. Oh. No, I gotta commit to it. Why can't I set it on? Why can't I set it? Oh no! You guys see that? It would not let me place it. Gonna make me throw away the cardboard. Give me another, either that type of trash can in here. Out. I don't know. Why? Oh. Oh. You don't have to click it. It just, I mean, you don't have to press G. You just click on the shelf and it'll automatically put it there. That. Actually, I do like it. Sorry, I was being weird about it. Products must be. Oh. Oh. I'm gonna need so many. Want all the shows. I'm gonna have to organize a game plan for the storage room. Okay. Gonna need. Do I care? Ooh. I do care. I wanted it to be flush up against the wall. Beautiful. From the sky. Love it. I officially do really like shelves. The fact that you can just click it and stack the boxes. Am I getting close? If you're asleep, yes, you're welcome. If you're not asleep, thank you for sticking out with me. I don't know if you guys like this or not. You know that it's probably like a bit like watching paint dry, but did you know that there is a couple of videos of a simulator that I played that was called watching paint dry? And yeah, like 6 hours of watching paint dry. I also sped it up too, that in case you good ambient noise to fall asleep to. After me. I mean, when do I know? Can you go further back? Box it. Okay, so next update I want to see is the product sticker on the side. And I'm gonna have to buy lights. I'm gonna have to buy green bean number, but I'm I think I'm gonna leave you here. We got to see the new update with this. I really like these shelves. I'm gonna pop out all the way and then come back around. Probably make a quick sketch about how I want that to lay out. Anyway, thanks for keeping me company. If you want to see more, let me know. I'll show more. But if you're just happy with knowing what the state of the game is, I can come back when there is an update and show that to you as well. Anyway, thanks for keeping me company, and I'll be back with something very, very soon, I promise.